Support for City Series boys football is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Welcome here from Akron Infocision Stadium, Suma Field, as we're about ready to kick off our 2017 high school football season here on APS 15. Dave Schick and Joe Pacansky. We will have the call for you tonight as the Akron Kenmore Rams, the new team for us here in the Akron City Series, take on one that's been around for a long time, the Akron Ellet Orangemen, as they're going to kick off to them. They're going to pick up at the 25-yard line and bring it back out to the 35, cutting across the center. And he'll get down to the 41-yard line, and that's going to be on the return is number 40. Was it 43? I had 41. Number 10? Sorry, number 10. Dylan Bowersox. He's going to return it, and they'll take over from there. A lot of changes here when you look at these two teams within the City Series. The main one being Ellet, as their longtime head coach finally decided it was time for him to retire. He's still up here in the press box, though, and that was Coach
Joe Yost.
Coach Joe Yost, who retired, and they had a new person take over, who is Chuck Suman, who has been on the staff for a long time. I think Coach Yost will kind of be here as a mentor for a while, as he was in the building here with the rest of his staff, as they'll take off 1st and 10. And they run left. The quarterback keeper is going to be Trevor Pittman on the run.
Trevor Pittman on the run. They went trips right there and ran left. Kind of cleared out that side. Nice gain on 1st down for Pittman as he gains 7 for the 6-foot junior.
So a little bit different. And on the other side, for the Kenmore-Garfield Rams, they also have a new head coach, as there was a lot of shifting and so forth that went on. Kemp Boyd takes over. We'll have some commentary from him as he talks about their season and strengths and so forth that they have. Again, another run to the left as DeAnthony Beckton, the freshman, takes it left side and gets a 1st down.
Yeah, DeAnthony Beckton, you're going to see a lot of new faces for this Ellet Orangemen team, hammered by graduation, especially up front. But they give Beckton the carry there. He moves the sticks for the first down of the ball game for the Rams as he picks up 5 yards. And they're ahead of past midfield already.
Do you have our records, Joe?
Yes, I do.
You'll get him here as he goes in the shotgun, runs to the right, cuts back in. Great vision there, again by Beckton.
The Orangemen come in
Pittman.
2-1 after losing their opener rivalry game to Springfield 14-7. They've bounced back with a couple victories for the Kenmore-Garfield Rams. 0-3 right now, playing that traditional tough non-conference schedule as they look just to build numbers up in the program and kind of get back to respectability. 2nd down and short. Jet sweep to the right, and that is snuffed out in a big way by number 50 for Kenmore-Garfield. That is John Varney stepping up to create a huge loss, 6-yard loss on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 9 for Ellet. And he tried the jet sweep there with Caleb Schramm, and it did not work.
And Garfield, Kenmore's coach, talked about, really trying to stop the run game, which is a signature kind of ID of the Orangemen. And they'll look to do it here. 3rd and long. Has plenty of room left side. Can he get around the corner? He does. He stays on his feet. He has a 1st down, and he'll gain 11 yards. And the little man in orange above, the neon orange, giving the signal for the 1st down.
One thing about running your quarterback, Dave, is it gives you an extra blocker, as you saw number 8, Payne Gable, led around the left side there and missed tackle by Kenmore-Garfield. They had him about 4 yards short, but a missed tackle in the open field, and Ellet back in business here, 1st and 10 from the Garfield 35.
I formation. Pittman now surveys and hands this one off, and they'll get about 2 yards on that as Becton takes it.
Yeah, straight ahead on that. He kind of plowed ahead and fell forward. Wasn't much there. All on the ground so far for Ellet, and that's not uncommon. You're going to see a lot of the same sets with Coach. Some of the staff still the same. A lot of the staff still the same at Ellet. John Sharver, Arsetti, some guys we've seen. Coach Yost still helping out more in a consultant role now, just stepping down from that head spot.
Well, and he kind of had already retired as a teacher, flagged down around the line of scrimmage as he has a nice run, but I think we're going to be coming back on it.
Yes, we are.
And we are with a hold. So he had already retired from teaching and kind of stayed on as the football coach, and now has kind of stepped down as the head football coach, but still heavily involved in the community, the school district. I think as much as Coach Yost has decided not to continue coaching full time, he's still around, still readily available to ask questions for and consult outside of everything other than what player we run next, Coach.
Yeah, I'm sure he misses a lot of things, especially on Friday nights, but I'm sure there's some things that all the other things that coaches have to deal with that aren't game related that he probably won't miss quite as much. 2nd and 21, they give it to the up back.
Jonah Carter, the ball carrier.
That's going to be
Jonah Carter, I believe. Yeah, his first carry.
Gain of about 3 yards.
He gets about 4 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 18, and will they air it out here?
3rd down.
I'd say probably 2 down territory, depending on what they do here. Probably going to go for it, unless they go in the wrong direction.
He's going to start in the shotgun formation. He's going to have Border Kiker up top, and he's looking that way. They're going to have a little screen pass. That's going to go to Carter. Carter's going to have some space. He's got 10 and breaks the tackle, but it goes out of bounds. He's going to get to the 31-yard line.
Nice safe throw from Pittman.
So about 14 yards on that one.
Yeah, nice little easy screen pass to Carter, and they pick up. That's the play that doesn't have to get the first down, but it sets you up to go for it here on 4th down. Looks like 4th and about, it says 6 on the board, but that's less than 6. That's a little over, maybe just far enough where if they go from the gun, they won't, or they draw them off sides, it might not be enough for a first down. Maybe a long count here, but they're taking a long time to get to the line of scrimmage.
They get everybody out. At the bottom of your screen is going to be Jeff Longville, and they try to get him to come off, flags going. I saw movement both sides. Oh, it is going to be offensive. So they'll move back 5 yards. So right around that 5-yard territory. Now you're at about 4th and 10.
Wait, they got. And that, I mean, when that's at 4th and short, that's always an attempt to draw the defense offside to get even closer.
Conferred with the line judge.
Nope, they're going to stay with the false start.
The first, and I think that was right, because it looked like the right tackle moved a little bit, and then you had the defensive end on the other side move. But you had the flag thrown all the way from the other side of the field.
And it's not quite like in the pros where they can say the other guy made you jump off sides. There's none of that. If you're in the neutral zone, it's an automatic penalty.
You can't get back.
Any movement, though, that it's not cause. I mean, if the linebacker's showing billets, it's not, as long as he's not in the neutral zone, he can be jumping around. Now it's going to be 4th and 11. They're still going to go. It looks like I formation. They go with a long count here.
He's going to look, and way overthrown.
He ran a soft post, and he was throwing the flag route there.
So the intended target was Andrew Bordenkiker. the junior, 6-foot wide receiver. I'm not sure I can fit his whole name in our little stat sheet here.
Definitely not on those ones that I printed out earlier.
Just barely fits.
So official name now, just to make it work a little harder. The Akron Kenmore-Garfield. Kenmore-Garfield Rams.
Yeah, and we kind of talked off here prior to this if that name would kind of stay for a long time. There's other schools that have something similar, like even when you think of ones around this area, you have the Stowe Monroe Falls High School that they kind of go by, but you know, sports-wise, they just kind of go by Stowe, just for the space, I guess.
Garfield comes out throwing in nicely defense by Trevor Pittman, who swings around to play defense from his quarterback position and knocks that one away.
And throwing it was Devon Fox. Oops. I'm sorry. Anthony Wright. Sorry.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Or make you work for it today.
Yeah, they numbered everybody, and then they have their actual playing number. So sorry, Anthony Wright, the junior, 5'10", 175 pounds. He's going to have it again. This time he's going to keep it left side. Has a blocker in front of him, and he's going to get about 6 yards on that carry.
Nice job by Wright waiting for his blocker to get there and then following him through the hole. Just a nice little one-cut run to make a manageable third and 5 now.
The line judge on the top of our screen here, he's shifty. He kind of jumps out there. Kind of gives him an extra yard, and then he comes back. That time looked like he started a little short and then ended up getting about 5 on this one. 3rd and 5 now, just about 6:42 here in the first quarter. 0-0 your score from Suma Field. He's going to fake the handoff, run left, lots of space, and the flag is down around holding area.
Yeah, that's why.
It would be a huge gain if it were able to stay in the 20-yard category, but it looks like we're going to get maybe a yard and then go back from there, and we do have a holding call early indicated.
That is coming back.
He's going to make the official one now.
Holding.
Dave, I've had people ask me, like my kids will say, how do you know that that's a penalty before, like what the penalty is going to be before they call it? I'm like, because some flags just thrown in certain areas at certain times, it can only be, it could be something else, but 95% of the time it's in that general area of holding.
Yeah.
I mean, I can watch it on TV and you know, it doesn't even have to be. Things that you see, especially in the trenches, are pretty. Could be illegal hands to the face, but it's usually always holding. Now a 3rd and 13 for Kenmore-Garfield.
Yeah, and their wide receiver up top scoots back to get back.
Now that's a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah. And who is up top? Is that Calvin Hale, I believe?
I
think it is.
Yeah, Deron Miller, I think, is who they got to jump off sides.
Mark Hale. I'm sorry.
And uncharacteristic for an Ellet team, 3 penalties already in the first quarter. Still a 3rd and
I'm sure Coach Yost won't say anything to the players about that. Yeah, Mark Hale up top on the top of your screen. Bottom of your screen is going to be Devon Fox, who we already listed mistakenly as the quarterback. Some motion coming at the bottom. 3 wide, looking to pass. Goes up top to Hale and not able to connect.
And he might have rushed that throw a little bit. Time to throw. The blitz was picked up nicely by the offensive line and the running back, but the coverage much better than the throw. And Garfield will have to punt.
So 0 for 2 on trying to complete passes for the Rams here so far. I will have to say, I know they, the combination of those 2 schools being Kenmore Cardinals. Oh, trying to fake it, had a lot of pressure, and he might convert this one. He will.
Yeah.
A fantastic play on a broken play.
Yeah, not by design, and then a great job by
Bingley Kamara. Say that right?
Bingley Kamara, absolutely. Bingley Kamara just didn't have a hole, and
that's a play.
That ball would have been blocked. I mean, that's
yes, for sure. And he ends up gaining 22 yards.
So sometimes the best plays are accidents, you know.
Well, and you could see this is still a pretty young team here for the
Right.
Rams. You can have a play like that really bring some confidence here to this offense as they come out now. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. They get into Ellet territory. They're shifting a little bit there on the line. Motion coming down your screen. 3 wide. Look to hand it off, and they swarm, but he still makes something out of nothing and gains 2 yards.
That's a really good run by number 1, Calvin Dudley. He should have been tackled for about a 3-yard or 2-yard loss. Instead, it's a 2-yard gain. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I'd much rather have 2nd and 8 than 2nd and 12.
Dudley on the run. That's what's different. We don't have the extra microphone where we're at, Peter. It sounds like we're in a vacuum. Like usually we can hear the band, hear some people out there. Where's our external microphone, Peter? I'm gonna get that hooked
Right
up.
ball carrier.
There's nowhere to put it.
Yeah,
We're
there's-
sealed.
Oh, okay. I thought
sealed with crazy
don't they
glue.
open down there? No, I guess they didn't
Not
open.
in this one.
Yeah.
All the others
Brings
do.
up 3rd and
Peter,
5.
just talking to yourself.
I'm gonna write a
Right on the carry,
strongly
slips
worded
down.
email.
No, you're not. Yeah, you might.
Gain of 3 yards. I don't know who it was because I was complaining about.
It was the quarterback,
Okay.
Mr. Wright.
2 yards on the run by Wright. It sets up 3rd and 5. Just about 4 minutes left here in the 1st quarter. And we're going to have a timeout here by the Rams. You could see the little conversation by Coach Boyd to kind of talk it over, and had a little time there to talk to his team on this 3rd down situation. I have my spots out and ready. That's how unprepared I am. City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Department. Career education programs are supported by industry-based standards identified by 30 different business advisory groups. For more information, visit apscareers.com. Well, we also have a break. I'll try and get our first question to Coach Boyd about his team here on this 3rd and short situation.
Coach, can you tell me a little bit about how the season's gone so far? What strengths you see with this team so far in the young season?
One of the strengths I see is that, man, we don't have any quit in us. You know, these guys keep coming back every week. They keep battling. We know that somewhat the odds are stacked against us a little bit just because we don't have as much experience together as the teams that we're playing. But we're finding it with each and every game. So that's a good thing. We're improving every week, and that's what you want to see as a coach.
A little sound bite there as they come out to the field. You're going to see they're going to need a little bit of that fight here right now on 3rd and 5. And I'm sure you can just feel, you can hear the passion in his voice when he talks about this team. I have a couple other questions we'll get to throughout this broadcast. And they hand the ball off, goes right side, has to get around the corner, and he stretches. The spot shows that he's about a half-yard short.
Yep.
Caleb
Caleb Schramm kind of held on for dear life there. A nice open field tackle by him to kind of save it. A nice gainer by Dudley. He gets 4 of the 5 he needs.
Yeah, we saw Ellet go for it on 4th down last time. This one much more manageable if they don't have that offside penalty like they did the Orangemen on their first possession.
It's about 1.5 yards. Right under center, and they give it to the up, but no problem.
Oh, big play, and he'll gain about 7 yards on the run there.
They went quick count there. They went on first sound, and
We have a new person running the ball as well. It looks like that was Lavelle Frazier.
yep.
Trevor Pittman on the
Might want to go to that trap play
First
again.
down,
Nice.
Rams.
And the difference on that one, partner, is Garfield up front. They just came off the ball quicker than the Orangemen. They were ready on the count.
So now 1st and 10, getting deeper and closer to the red zone are the Rams. Bringing motion to the bottom of your screen. That's going to be Hale. He comes across the block. They go the other way. Spun around. He'll gain 4 or 5 on the play.
Dudley, the ball carrier.
And that one went to Dudley, I believe.
Gain of 3, brought down
Yes.
by Caleb Schramm.
Nice drive for the Rams so far. 2:20 and counting in this first quarter of play.
Fakes the handoff, gives it to him, and we got things stopping before we started. A timeout before the play by the Rams. An odd one here on 2nd and 7 here with 2:12 in the first quarter. They must have saw something as coach comes out pointing a little bit on what he was.
Maybe personnel issue, I don't know.
I wasn't expecting to have 2 timeouts this early, but we'll try and get our next question here by Coach Boyd of the Rams.
So far this season, is there a player that's kind of stood out to you that's really kind of made leaps and bounds improvements so far?
Well, I think all of our players have. I think every player that's been in our program since the summer has made great improvements. I think they've done a great job of coming together and of leading this football team, man. So I'm really proud of our seniors. I think our seniors that's been here with us from the beginning, man, has done a really great job for us of keeping us motivated and keeping us focused.
So they're coming out on the field. We got about 2 more questions left, but it's just some great insight from Coach Boyd on this team and how he's, leading these young men and the impression that he's making. They're coming out now on a 2nd down and 7. Last time able to make things happen and get a first down, a little unconventionally, but they did it. Moving up your screen is Dwayne Grandinson, and we got a flag already down. He's going to run left. He's in a swarm of orange, but he does keep his legs going. He would get a first down.
2 men in motion at the same time, partner, so this one's going to come back. Illegal shift is what that's called.
Is that a 5?
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. One thing Coach Boyd kind of attested to, this team coming together, and it's harder than other teams because
it's almost
you have 2 schools combining. Okay, that's your talent pool is more, so that's
Illegal shift.
On paper, better. Your chance to get more numbers. You see their numbers are not great still.
4-yard line.
Kenmore's numbers have been notoriously low in the last few years. Garfield's numbers low as well. So you combine a better pool of talent, but you got to get those kids to come together, bringing 2 into one school. They've made many movies about how tough that is. Many TV shows based on that. So
well, and as you make a good point there, Joe, some of the combination as he's getting swarmed and he'll take a sack here. Might get back to the line of scrimmage. Look like he's going to lose about 1. You talk about bringing kind of 2 teams together and how that's kind of a made-for-TV scenario. This one doesn't have as much as a controversy around it, but as a coach, you could have a lot of duplicate positions that come out for the team. If the right tackle for the Garfield team and the right tackle for Kenmore came out and they both want to play again, now you kind of have 2 guys that have a lot of experience, but you kind of double down on one position. Right. So you got to shift them around where you have weaknesses. So you're taking guys potentially out of their strengths.
And that one's going to come back as well.
Dwayne Grandison.
But you're right. You're right, Dave. Everybody wants to run the ball, but instead of 3 running backs, maybe you have 6 running backs now. But if you get guys that will be willing to move to other positions to get more talent on the field, but that takes a while to figure out too. Because when you're building a program, Boyd had been at Kenmore, fighting that uphill battle for a few years. So eventually this is a move where there'll be more talent, but right now,
we're not seeing anything move back on the flag that you saw down.
Oh, they declined it. That's why they declined it.
So 4th down and 5.
So we'll give Dudley the run there.
Yeah.
But that's that tweener area. Do you want 3rd and 18 or do you want 4th and 5? They take the kind of rolling the dice a little bit for the Orangemen.
He's looking,
and it works.
And he didn't go anywhere, and he'll take a sack.
Sack is Christian Whack as he comes in and takes a whack at the quarterback, if you will.
That's a great football name.
It is a great name.
Ellet will take over.
Dave Schick isn't a great football name for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, loss of 7 on the play, and Garfield turns it over on downs. The one good thing they did is they took a ton of time off the clock. Ellet probably with 1 play left here in the first quarter. And when you're thin on depth, it is important to control the clock. Because if you don't, in the second half, you're gassed. a lot of times, and you get gashed for big plays. If you can control it, you can kind of shorten the game a little bit. Ellet going unbalanced here to the left. See if they follow it or boot out the other way. They're going to follow the big guys. They don't quite get to the unbalance, but they'll get positive gain up the middle for Anthony Beckton, and that will be the last play of the first quarter.
They're going to let it run down a little bit. We want to let you know that City Series football right here in APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering the International Baccalaureate program at Firestone High School. It's a rigorous 2-year program designed to meet the highest academic standards for any high school student in the world. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. So here at the end of the first quarter, still 0-0 here from Infocision Stadium, Suma Field, as these two teams continue to kind of flex back and forth. They both had one possession so far and turned it over after moving the ball roughly about the same field position on both sides, getting to the 30 to 35 yard line on both of their possessions. Did you have Kenmore's record? Did we go over that?
0-3. I can't pull anything up though.
No internet service here from Infocision
Look,
Stadium.
it says again. Look, it says I'm on the Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's part of the problem.
What? Then I'm on the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
So I need to go off the Wi-Fi.
I would like them off the Wi-Fi. See,
All right.
free Wi-Fi is it's good when you're at home. It's good when nobody's around. It's bad in a big setting like this because there's a lot of people on the Wi-Fi.
Okay, let me get off of it and see what I can come up with.
Your IT specialist, Dave and Joe.
Not me.
Call us at 1-800. Get off the Wi-Fi.com.
I'll give you an update here.
Oh, perfect. I think I saw North Royalton football team was on the side of the highway coming in here. So that's not going to be good if that's who it was. It looked about their colors. On the run is going to be Beckman again, and he gets about 4 on that one. He's got 5 carries so far. He's got 14 yards.
Yeah,
I saw like 4 buses all pulled over with that. Very much, I don't know what's the name of the North Royalton High School. What's their mascot?
Bears.
The Bears. Looks like the Bears purple.
Well, he can get outside here.
He's got some space. Great cut inside just to get that first down. He'll gain 9 on the carry. And Pittman gets his 4th carry. He's got all positive yards on his carries so far for 27 yards.
Yeah, I want to mention the Orangemen. I said 2-1. I misspoke. They're 1-2. They lost their first 2 games, Springfield and Talmadge. Only scored 7 points apiece, and then they broke out last week against a struggling field team as they won 36-6. Kenmore-Garfield is 0-3. Pull up their schedule here, and I'll give you some scores for them after this play.
Rolling left.
Oh, he's got
look
blockers.
like he's going to be passing. A little stiff arm there. Stays on his feet and goes out of bounds. He'll go out at the 38-yard line.
And their best play has been student body left, student body right with their quarterback.
13 yards for him.
Westover credited with tackle.
4 carries, 40 yards.
First down.
Take it. Kenmore-Garfield got shut out the first week against a pretty good Coventry team and a really good Barberton team last week. They have struggled to score, shut out by Springfield last week. Only 1 touchdown so far in the year, so getting in the end zone has been a problem.
Looking to run the ball left, and they'll gain 7 on that.
Beckton, the ball carrier.
That was, again, DeAnthony
Brought down
Beckton,
by Cole Westover.
and they're having some
Gain of
success
7
running
on the
left.
play. Brings up 2nd and 3. 31
Get
yard
left,
line.
young man.
Up top of your screen is Trevin Walker. I formation shifting are the Rams to the left side. The run goes the other way. Great solo tackle there by Mark Hale. And
Back to the
contains
ball
it.
carrier,
Looks like he's going to get the
brought down
first
by
down,
Mark
but only 3
Hale.
yards. Could have had more.
First down, Ellet.
Yeah, really good tackle there in the open field because it looked like it could have been about a 15-yard gain if not.
And those are the things that are important in high school football and all around, being able to make that tackle in the open field. That can keep you away from having those big plays. Runs the ball again. Stutters left, goes right, flag down. Would be a gain of 4 yards.
And it's coming back.
And we got a hold.
Jonah Carter on the carry. It's going to be wiped out with the penalty. 4th one on the Orangemen for 30 yards thus far. This one looks like it took place right about the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be 3rd down and 20.
Against Ellet. Brings the ball back to the 38-yard line.
Should be
2nd down.
Should be 1st down again, right? Well, that was a 2nd down
That was,
play.
I thought, well, it says, well, going off the top sign, it says
that's not
2nd.
right. 1st and 20. There we go.
1st and 20 on the scoreboard, 2nd and 20 on the field. So we'll say
1st and
1.5 and 20.
Attaway.
3
Split the
wideouts.
difference.
Yeah.
Bump and run coverage here on the near side.
Rolls it to his right. Looked like he was going to pass and then tucked it underneath. And again, another good tackle. This one, it looks like it came from Lamont Evans.
Lamont doing what you have to do as a cornerback, coming up, taking on the blocker, going to low and filling. Good open field tackle.
3rd and 18.
I'm saying it's 3rd down now.
3rd and 18 will give Pittman 2 on the carry.
I guess we'll round up on that 1.5. Should have been 2. Now it's 3rd and 18. 9 minutes left here in the half. 0-0 still your score. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. DB's come up close to the line of scrimmage. He looks left. Pressure, looking for the screen. Great cutback inside. Brings him down, but horse collared him.
Come on.
Pittman's pass complete.
He's going to say it was face mask.
No, it's the same. It's
Same signal.
I hate that rule. I mean, come on.
Personal foul.
Are we allowed to play
Rams.
football? A horse collar's by the neck. That was in the middle of his back.
I don't know, Joe. I set it up here.
Brought down.
He horse collared him, and I'm at the top of the stadium press box. And I
So
can
what's
see
wrong
it.
with a horse collar? I mean, it's
It's
not.
dangerous. Dangerous play.
All right, and let's kick guys out for targeting because not when they target, but when a receiver drops his helmet, or or he ducks right into the hit. Are we playing football? Or are we playing?
1st and 10 from the 16. Let's not get fired, Joe.
Are we playing? No, safety first, but that was a malicious play. Come on.
3 wide. They'll run up the middle. They'll gain 5 to get to the 10-yard line.
I can tell you this: one thing that we haven't been shy on is penalties. But that was the first one of the major variety, and
Part of me thinks it is when I watch games like this, it's almost more, but sometimes the holding calls, is it really worth 10 yards? I mean, that was a 15-yard penalty, and you're saying holding, which can or cannot, alter a play significantly or not significantly. A run here for 6 yards gets him 1st down.
And Garfield looks tired. I mean, they're overrunning plays and missing too many tackles now. He's got to break down and not try to make the big tackle for loss, but just try to contain. Now they got to bring in goal line defense. 1st and goal from what, about the 6? About the 5-yard line.
5-yard line. Pittman's got 8 carries so far. And that's the guy that you want to go to. He's got positive yards in each one of the runs. They like to get closer to this end zone now. 1st and goal. They do hand the ball off left side. Good push, and he'll be in for a touchdown. 6 points go up on the board as Beckman goes in 5 yards out.
In for 6.
So Ellet takes advantage. A couple 3rd down gains. A couple with a run and one with a penalty. And Beckton pounds it in from 5 yards out for the first score of the ball game.
Gets that touchdown in from there.
The 7:50 mark of the second quarter.
And a much bigger push you saw from that offensive line, as he already had 3 yards before he met contact, and they just continue to steamroll him into the end zone. They'll look to set up the extra point here. What's our kicker's number? Is that 32?
22.
22.
Kick is up.
Trey Payne, the senior.
He drills it.
He drilled it through the uprights, makes it 7-0.
50 seconds left in the second quarter. Ellet 7.
Here from Infocision Stadium, Suma Field, they take the early lead here in the second quarter with 7:50 left in the half.
Nice job by the Orangemen, taking advantage pretty clean on that drive. They did it all via the running attack, and they get in, they get on the board here as they look to, after 2 losses, kind of look to maybe get in the league play and get things going. A much younger team than we've seen the last couple years. They lose virtually everybody up front. They had a great line last year. Lose their quarterback, running back. You know, obviously Marquise Bridges has moved on to the collegiate level.
Yeah, 65-yard drive for them. But you did see, you know, the first drive they did have 2 passing attempts where they completed one, they didn't. That one there was no attempt to pass. Just ran the ball one side, other side, and kind of moved the ball around the field that way. We'll see here if Kenmore-Garfield does the same thing. They took 2 passing attempts, weren't able to complete anything last time. But a nice 65-yard drive for the Orangemen, get points up on the board. And both of these teams, because they're so run heavy, probably may only have 1 more possession, depending on how Garfield does. If they want to go down the field, they might only get 1 possession, because their offense tends to eat up a lot of clock. Could almost had a late hit there.
Yeah, I think the hit started like right by the end line. It carried him out of bounds, but it wasn't in the way when first contact was made. So I'm thinking, actually, I'm going to say a good no call.
I think so. I mean, it was borderline. I mean, I don't think he specifically dropped him.
No, I saw the guy running over. I'm like, you don't have to throw it this time. But he did. So, hooray. Leave the hanky in your pocket. Great field position, though, for Kenmore-Garfield here, just outside the 50.
Yeah, about an 18-yard return on the kickoff. So now they'll take over 2 wide receivers on the top of your screen. And that'll be Devin Fox up top. Motion coming up. That's Lavelle Frazier. Doesn't matter, though, they're going to run it right side. And it bothers me when you move motion to the left side and then you run right side.
Well, I think that was a cut. I think he kind of cut back there. I think you would rather see him follow that block.
With the tackle.
It was Dudley.
Okay. I saw Bryce Owens, the offensive lineman,
and I like him
in that vicinity.
I do like him going back to the run here, not being in panic mode with this good field position, just because you're down.
Little end around here as they hand the ball off. Good security, and it looks like they're going to give him a good spot for a first down. It'll be an 8-yard gain.
And that was a really good cut there, as there wasn't a lot of room, but Dwayne Grandison kind of just cut it up and got close to a first down. Looks like he'll be about a yard short.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Maybe a 3rd and a short 2.
The top one had him give us the spot. Came back, kind of overran a little bit, I guess. Yeah, he was up at the marker. That's usually who I look at from this vantage point. And there was another horse collar.
Affecting the ball carrier, but we do have a flag on the play.
Call holding.
Oh, that hurts.
You were there for a first down.
That was a good run. Not a lot. Again, not a lot of hold. Costly hold again. And where's that hold called? Out in the open.
Yeah.
You cannot get those hands outside. It's just an easy call because you can see it. You can do that inside the tackles, but outside that tackle box, just keep the hands. You can hold the jerseys up inside. You know, you can get away with holding most of the time, but as soon as those hands come out, it's easy to see, so it's easy to call. And it's unfortunate here for Kenmore-Garfield.
Brings up third.
Second big penalty on back-to-back third downs. One on defense that set up the score. This one that takes away a first down and knocks them back to further than where they started from.
Third down and 11, looking to pass. Fakes it there, pressure behind, the ball comes out. And I think they're going to say it's a forward pass. They get very lucky on that.
Incomplete pass.
I disagree with that. I mean, that ball, hey, that arm was not up. Tuck rule.
And Gable credited with the tackle.
But that's actually a break for Garfield there because that ball would have been turned over.
So now it looks like they're going to try.
Of course, they got to get the punt off this time.
Kick this one away. Kamari, who had the biggest gain for their offense,
their
you could say, so far.
Yeah.
He had 22-yard gain on a, and they're coming after him again,
Bengali
too. Barely gets that
Nice
away.
job.
Where's the help there? He's going to pick it up at the 26, and a good solo tackle again, gets him down at the 28 as he takes him down.
Good special teams play.
Norman Taylor,
Yep.
number 10 on the solo tackle. Fingers might burn a little bit from tearing the jersey, but you got him down.
So here's a question.
Yes, Joe.
Do you put the fake punt in for next week since it worked? It's
Well,
your best play so
If
far.
you look, even that punt there, there's a lot of pressure coming from the outside and no one picks it
But
up.
if you can get around it.
And if you could step up and then bounce it out, I think it's a legitimate play.
Because the outside's there if they're coming.
Yeah. Because
Again,
there's
it's like
no one
over-
to contain you on the outside because they're bolting after him.
It's what we've seen out of Garfield a couple times with over pursuit, which creates more running lanes. 5:55 left here in the second quarter. Sweep to the right side, and he's got some blocking. He gets to the edge.
Another
he's
good
fought
tackle.
out of bounds.
Jonah Carter knocked out of bounds.
And I'm not sure who was running the ball on that.
That was Varner.
Varner?
Or Carter, I'm sorry.
Carter. So he's in a gain
Jonah
7.
Carter.
Gain of 7 on the play. Brings up
Carter,
second
who's had a
and
couple of
3.
a run and a pass reception taken away because of penalty.
Peter George is our cameraman. He's a little
Hey,
farther
Peter.
away. I kind of miss him.
Hey, there he is.
We used to be able to see him. And now our new setup here, we're a little farther. We're kind of on this.
You're right on the 50, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
But we can't open the windows.
solitary confinement for
Yeah.
Mr.
It's
Schick.
very quiet in here. And we just miss Peter, that's all.
Carter getting the ball.
Carter gets it again, only gets a yard. It'll be a 3rd and 2 for the Orangemen.
.527 here in the first half.
Well, we're relegated down here because the Zips play home game, big
Yeah.
home game. Got a Big 12 team coming in tomorrow, Iowa State. Coached by Mount Union grad, Mr. Campbell, former Toledo Rocket head coach. He's had a tough time at Iowa State because that is not a football. That's not the easiest place to recruit. To Ames, Iowa.
Carry for the first down.
First down on the run.
Yeah, just a quarterback sneaker for Pittman there. 7th first down of the half for the Orangemen.
On the tackle.
They're at the 40-yard line in their own territory. Long count. Turns. Has a pass attempt here. Man's wide open. Picks it at the 39-yard line. And he's trying to take the angle, and they get him. Great shoelace tackle. They take him down to the 8-yard line.
That was a blown coverage.
It's going to be a 52-yard pass and catch.
Josh Morris.
Is that on the catch?
Touchdown
20?
saving tackle.
I want to say it's Lavelle Frazier. No, it was
28.
52-yard pass play.
Wrong. Sorry, guys. Trevon Walker.
Goal.
Trevon Walker. Blown coverage there. He'll take it for 52. Nice little play fake for
His first target so far. Not too bad when you look at it that way.
Anthony Becker.
2 out of 3 for 66 yards. I have to get some other passing plays. We're going to have an injury timeout for the Orangemen.
Carter's down.
As they're looking there, and the staff will come out and take a look at them. Want to let you know that City Series football right here on APS 15 supported by Akron Public Schools with student opportunities in visual arts, including drawing, painting, ceramics, sculpture, photography, and computer design. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Also, City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education, where adult vocational services have been providing career training to adult learners for over 55 years. Over 350,000 people have enrolled in the customized programs designed to meet the ever-changing needs of Akron area business, industry, and government. For more information, apscareers.com. Infocision Stadium, Suma Field is where we're at. If you can believe it, this facility has actually been around for a long time, costing about $61.6 million when they made it.
Look at you.
It has 30,000, can hold 30,000 people in it. I think it's only had that much in it one time. And we are in the press box up here. And it holds 30,000 people, only 10,000 parking spaces. So good luck, everybody.
Is that true?
That's what it has on their sheet that we had. This is probably from when they opened. So
Come on, it's got more parking.
I think it's probably, they've put in that other deck since then.
Yeah.
But when you count how many of those parking spaces are taken by students and so forth, I think you're probably about the same amount. Good
Full
news
house
is
backfield.
runs left side, and he's going to gain about 3 on the carry.
Becton, the ball carrier, down to the
We
5
may
yard
get some
line.
more points on the board before this quarter's out. Who was on the run there?
That was
Mel Frazier on the tackle.
That guy.
Beckton.
Perfect.
30 goal from the
Beckton once
5 yard
again.
line.
His 10th carry.
Only have him for
Yeah,
7.
you're wrong. You got the quarterback for too many. He's only got 7.
Oh,
I'll fix you at halftime.
there you go.
I guess I can. Timeout, Orangemen.
Timeout by the Orange.
Timeout, Ellet.
Let's see here. How many restrooms do you think are in this facility, Joe?
Is that actual commodes or actual restrooms?
It just has listed restrooms.
6.
6 is too low.
9.
Too low. One more guess.
14.
Also low. Too low. 21 bathrooms.
That's too many.
11 on the west side, 10 on the east side. I think you're.
Isn't that overkill? 21 bathrooms?
You have to think about some of these. The club area probably
was.
probably has 1 bathroom per room.
I'm going to count them with that.
I count them any day. So.
Be a good workout. Investigation.
Stadium opened in 2009. He's
Wow.
8 years old. He's here for the first and second season, but I was not here for the Morgan State game. I forget what I was doing. I think I was on vacation or something. I was here for the rest of the first season, which was dismal, and the second season that was also dismal.
Full house backfield. They are in reverse.
Oh, I think he cut in a little early, but he's going to get over the end zone line.
Yeah, good finish.
Trayvon Walker in for 6.
So Walker gets in. 2 big plays for him, receiving and now running.
Yeah, nice job on the reverse, getting him the ball.
He's got 1 carry and 1 catch. 56 total yards.
Pretty efficient for Walker.
So what caps about a 59-yard drive as they get this through the uprights as well.
3 minutes and 27 seconds left in the second quarter. Ellet 14,
Orange really control
Kenmore-Garfield
now
0.
up 2 scores. And Kenmore-Garfield, who's been struggling to score, finds themselves 3:27 and one timeout to do something here before the end of the first half.
But you look at this Ellet team, and they've put together 2 nice drives here in the second quarter. A 65-yard drive that got in for the first touchdown. They scored that at 7:50 in the second quarter, and now this one with 3:27 here in the second quarter, a 59-yard drive. So they've really eaten up a lot of the possession here in the second quarter, getting 2 possessions into the end zone and making pretty quick work of the Rams on their only possession. Of course, the Rams did a lot of their own work with penalties to get them out of what would have been a first down.
You know, not tons and tons, but timely ones. Just like in baseball, we talk about the timely hit. You don't have to get 15 hits, but if you get the hits at the right time.
I mean, a coach would take 15 hits.
Right, but he would take the 2 timely ones that lead to points, and they had a costly penalty that kind of led to points, and then another one that stalled their drive. Ellet's taking advantage of both of those.
Big kick here down the center of the field to pick it up at the 17, bobbled a little bit, and then kind of strolled up to the 22 before he turned the Jets on, and he'll get to the 37-yard line before he goes down. They'll take over with 3:20 here in the second quarter.
And really for Garfield thus far, Kenmore-Garfield, special teams has probably been their best suit. A couple of good returns. Nice job covering the punt. Nice job on what could have been bad punt.
Getting the scramble punt for 22 yards.
It's been their most effective plays on both sides with decent kick coverage and good kick returns. They just got to do something now offensively.
What the big blinking thing is over there? Is that a crane or something?
Yeah.
Huh. It's off to the left, Peter.
City Hospital.
You can
probably
get the skylight as we go into the halftime.
Pretty night here from Infocision Stadium.
Throws a duck up in the air.
Oh boy.
And incomplete, almost picked off by Jonah Carter.
And Carter had one guy to beat, and that one guy was a lineman, so he could have had 6 there. So lucky for Kenmore-Garfield that didn't go the other way.
Broke up the pass.
What's that say on your shirt there?
Chainsaw.
Oh.
So it's a video production company in California that at one time Fitness Quest worked with.
Oh, okay. That's
and they cut video. That's why their name is Chainsaw, because they cut video.
Clever name. Ron just kind of ran out of room there along the sideline.
Gave him 2 on it.
That was number 15, Dwayne Grandison.
Trevor Pittman knocked him out of bounds. Ball's fixed at the 40-yard line. 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 here. Man, it is quiet in here.
It's kind of eerie.
Well, it's better than like some places where we can't hear anything because there's 12 people talking.
That book goes a little tight. I like being up there with the coaches though, because it's intense.
Nice
they're passionate. He's gonna have a throw of 12 yards.
Anthony Wright's pass is complete.
That complete to Hale.
Nice route and a nice delivery.
Hale has 3 targets so far. He's only caught 1 that's come to him.
That's been the first reception for him.
Yeah.
As a team.
He's what, one out of 5 passing?
Yep.
I don't have who else he threw it to.
I don't either. I can't do everything.
I like to keep my targets. You can see who he likes.
Targets. This isn't fantasy football.
Well, it tells you where he's going, see?
Well, it's Hale. I think they should keep going to Hale. Because I got him written down and because he's running good routes.
And the spot's going to be just short. 9 on the
I think that was a very good spot for the Rams, but
two completed passes, and they're moving down the field now.
Good curl route.
2:45 here in the second. He can make some catches.
This is man's second to short. This is where I fake the handoff and go deep. To the slot back here.
Fox is up top.
Not to him. He's running him in motion. Now run him up the field.
And he drops the snap.
Oh, it works though.
Picks it up. Spin
that
move.
hole is huge.
And he had plenty of space for that 10-yard gain.
Why does that happen? It's because that little second of time it either kills the play or the defensive line kind of gets too far upfield, kind of like a screen with the idea.
Well, I think, you know, we can't hear exactly what's being communicated on the field, but I'm sure the defensive line is like, balls down, balls down. It changes what they want to do. They hand the ball off here. Broken tackle in the backfield. Now he's got some space. Stiff arm, tries to get around, but can't. But he will get a nice gain of 20 yards on the carry.
Yeah, they got something going here.
And now they are in the red zone.
If they can get in the end zone here, they got to finish. But if they get in the end zone, that really changes the complexion of a game that looks like here we go again. We've been, you know, blown out, not scored really any points of any significance. But if they could get something here going into half and get themselves to a one-score game.
Well, and we talked about the last touchdown that Ellet scored. The line kind of looked gassed, and now you're seeing that pep back out there with the offense out there. As they'll move the screener, tight end back and forth. He'll keep it himself, cutting through the line. It's like his jersey has soap on it. No one can get a hold of him.
Until he ran right into the arms of Tariq Williamson.
So he's got 6 carries. And they are at 2nd down and 4.
And they got enough time.
And they could still get a first down here as well.
They don't have to rush too much. They still got 1:30 left.
Clock is continuing to run though. They don't have as many timeouts. They took 2 quick ones in the first quarter. And he's going to push through. I think with the spot they're giving him a first down.
Should be. Nice job lowering the shoulder.
Dudley, the ball carrier.
So 6-yard carry for Dudley. And now it'll be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
1st and goal.
Real good drive here for Garfield. Now 6 first downs overall. Just those couple of pitch and catches have kind of opened up the running game again. Made Ellet just be a little bit more honest, and now you know what's coming. Full house. You got one guy split to the right.
A little delay there.
Yeah, they didn't have a good jump off the ball at all.
No gain on that one.
Lavelle Frazier. And you don't want to use a timeout yet. After this down, maybe.
Frazier on the run. Frazier on the tackle. Frazier's everywhere. Who ran that?
I think it was Frazier.
Okay.
Are you asking or are you being funny?
I was asking.
It was Frazier.
All right, hands the ball.
Good tackle.
He's not getting anywhere.
Schramm went low, and when you get to the legs before they have a chance to go, and now they take their last time out. So,
Graham again on the tackle.
do you run the ball here?
3rd and goal.
You got 25 seconds. You got time. You almost got to have 2 plays in mind. I think it's without a doubt 4-down territory.
Who ran the ball last time?
That was Dudley. And he actually lost maybe half a yard there. We'll just give him a 0 gain, because then I don't have to add negative numbers. No, it was. He got. Man, like I said,
2. He said he didn't get anywhere.
About to the line of scrimmage. See the lights on over at Hoban.
Yeah.
They're playing West something prep. Come on.
It made it so much more credible when you said West something.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I don't know. How about we all just play schools in Ohio? Not Canada. Not New York. Oh well. Got to get an extra home game, I guess.
When you have so many conference games, and then other schools don't want to travel, or they don't want to do this.
That's right.
And I think that's when you look at what the City Series does out of conference. They tend to play either schools that they can kind of beat up, or where they're the beat up school. And they're going to have a good push here. No signal yet. It's very close to the end zone line. Everybody's in there.
Well, we got to stop the clock, guys.
Whistle was blown. Garfield makes it look like they got a touchdown.
They're running the clock. No, didn't get in.
Set up again and push, I guess. Another
He's
keeper,
in that
and
time.
He's in this
Second
time.
effort.
No doubt. And Wright will get in for the touchdown from 1 yard out.
Anthony Wright in for 6.
So they finally get some points on there on their third drive.
And great clock management. Only 3 seconds left in the first half.
53-yard drive for the Rams.
It was West Toronto prep. Okay.
Mara
West
in
Toronto.
to attempt the extra point.
So with 3 seconds left
Mark Hale
in the
over
second
holder.
quarter.
Sneak, and that was just good second effort by the offensive line and Wright.
Now they want to get this one too, so that way they're just one score down. Holder's
Snap
down
is
again. A
down.
lot of pressure coming through.
Boom.
And they get it in though.
Good.
Doesn't seem to matter.
3
Who's our
seconds
kicker though?
left before halftime.
Oh,
Ellet 14, Kenmore-Garfield
just,
7.
Jordan Clopton. Is it 12?
Yes.
Joe's got the binoculars so he can see even closer where that is.
So a really nice answer there by
Sure
Garfield.
it was 12 and not 32. Because he's their other kicker, Kamara. So we'll double check here, but we're going to, about 3 seconds away, we're going to kick this ball and have a tackle, and I think we'll go into halftime with the score 14-7, the Ellet Orangemen leading, but we'll see. Joe's going to double check who our kicker was. I'm thinking now it's 32. Because one, I don't see a 12 out there. Anywhere. On the sideline or on the field.
Well, 2 is kicking right now.
No.
Hale's kicking off.
No. Well,
Yeah, we'll get it.
To be determined, but I'm thinking it's 32. It did seem like it was a 1 though. Do you see any 12 out there lining up? Because there's no 12 on the sideline.
Mark
No,
Hale kicking off.
Who's that drinking
For
water?
the Rams.
Is that 12? Is that you? Hey, come on. Hey, did you hear me? No, it's 7.
Oh, we got an offsides. And I think they may make him kick it again.
I'm going to say
Penalty
32.
on kickoff.
Can't even hear the PA announcer to help us out.
I thought this half was flying by, but not so fast, my friend.
I don't think they've decided what they want to do yet.
Time to make him kick it again. Nope.
No, we haven't totally decided yet. We have other guys staying up here. I think
Yep.
they are going to kick again.
Good, because the guy didn't have it marked. He's kind of walking. Like he just walked 4 yards up, and I think he's the guy marking.
So a 5-yard penalty. That is their 4th penalty.
I don't know if Ellet wants to fall on it here. If they squib it like that again, they may want to try to return it.
Yeah, you always try to return it.
Oh, do you? Oh, do you?
I would.
I bet you would. We got to go over our fantasy teams at the half. We used to do that live when we were on the radio, remember? And we had a great halftime show.
Hey, it wasn't bad.
It was pretty good.
We had a lot of content.
It was probably much better than our everything else. Except the quality of play on the field. They make us
Hale will be re-kicking.
Now they're gonna
Oh,
skip.
they're shifting up.
Oh, shift up.
Shift up. I don't know.
Shift it.
I'm not a.
Oh.
Oh, we'll take the spot of the foul there. You get it where it goes out of bounds. And 3 seconds. You got a chance for a Hail Mary here, I think, from right there.
Hail Mary is what we should be calling my
That was a
fantasy team.
line drive.
Yeah.
Peter, what happened? This is like a basketball game with 8 timeouts and 5 penalties, and the last 5 seconds took 10 minutes. And watch them take a knee. It's like a wasted 5.
Now they're going to take a timeout, though.
The bands are getting antsy, guys. Now that tells me taking a timeout. They're not running the ball up the middle here. They're either running a trick play or throw back to the quarterback or reverse. Hook and ladder, we've seen them run before. I love the hook and ladder.
I had, what was the play that we liked? That's called hook and ladder. I'm forgetting what hook and ladder is.
Hook and ladder is like where you throw a little
bubble screen
little
and then
stop route to the one guy, and the
he tosses
pitch
it the other
man
way.
comes right behind for a
Yeah.
lateral.
It is hook and ladder.
I still have yet to see. Remember was it the Oilers or the Texans? I think it was remember when they ran the kickoff return, and I think it was Frank Wycheck. He kind of took like 2 steps to the left and he gunned it all the way across the field. And it was a playoff game. And they won that way. I'll have to YouTube it.
Jose Ramirez is
Dave's
here on homer.
flag football team. When he was
Yeah.
older. That was like our signature play. And I was the wide receiver that would catch it, and because I was used to, like, I played rugby in college, so I would spin it like a rugby ball. Like,
Oh,
right
did
to
you?
him. Yeah, 2 years.
Rugby, a rough game.
Yeah, I had one game I had to like go to work after the game.
Oh.
I had like this huge bruise on my leg. I could barely walk. Getting people's shoes, it's serious.
Once you run, you're kind of
Well,
done
he
there.
did gain 4 yards.
Quarterback keeper.
Continues to his total, but couldn't find anybody. The pass rush kind of negated that play.
So that'll big build up to nothing here, but 14 points that Ellet put up in the second quarter, and then finally Kenmore-Garfield gets 7 points here in the second quarter, and that'll be our halftime score as we'll take a break here. We'll come back with our first half stats. You're watching high school football here on APS 15. Just about ready to start the second half here from Infocision Stadium, Summa Field, as the Ellet Orangemen will kick to the Kenmore-Garfield Rams. They're leading this one 14-7 here, and Joe has our first half stats.
Okay, for the Orangemen, they had 8 first downs. They rushed it 24 times for 101 yards, 2 of 3 for Pittman through the air for 66 yards. He also ran it for 54 yards. Becton, 10 carries, 37 yards, 167 yards of total offense for the Orangemen. For Kenmore-Garfield, big score at the end of the half. They rushed it 21 times for 98 yards, 2 for 6 from the air for Wright for 21 yards. He also had a 1-yard touchdown, 119 total yards for Kenmore-Garfield, who will get the ball to start the second half. Back to Ellet. Becton and Walker, the 2 scores for them. But a 1-score game here as we have the second half kickoff.
Dave Schick, Joe Bukansky will have our second half here as the kick is underway. It's going to be turned to the right side, trying to get around the corner, cuts back inside. He's at the 35, and he'll go down at the 39-yard line. On the return is Calvin Dudley.
Another good return by Kenmore-Garfield. Their special teams play has been solid thus far.
Yeah, their last big return set them up for a touchdown at the end of the first half, as they were able to get a touchdown with 3 seconds. And then after that, we had a about 23-minute, 3-second period with penalties, timeouts. But now we're in the second half, thank goodness.
And Garfield got what they needed on their side. Big momentum going into the halftime. We'll see if they can come out and answer the bell here in the third quarter.
Yeah, did well with some completions. Kind of a long handoff there. Great spin move. Still on his feet.
Wow.
And he'll put together a nice effort, a 10-yard gain and a first down to start their first play here in the third quarter.
And Dudley, who ran it for 43 yards in the first half, give him 10 more.
He's got 9 carries for 53 yards.
Do you have a highlighter?
I do.
I meant to borrow that at halftime, but we were talking fantasy and all kinds of stuff.
Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He'll gain a yard on the carry. Took a big hit right in the noggin, but he seems to have shrugged it off. I think I might have to say that later. I can't remember. Would you like green or yellow? Okay, that's fine.
These are nice highlighters.
I think I have like a small office supply in this bag. I think I have like, because I bring all the stuff that I would need, and then I'm like, I think Joe's gonna probably want that too. So I bring
You know, my folder doesn't even have one pocket. Oh, they're a huge rush.
And they're gonna have a sack, and the ball came out, but
Blowing
the
it
whistle,
dead,
yeah.
Should be down.
Little shove there at the football players being football players.
Huge sack by number 24.
Yeah, they're gonna lose 4 yards on it.
Matt Smoley came out of nowhere from his linebacker spot and just blew up that play. Big defensive play there for the Orangemen. Way back. I can't read what that says. 3rd and 02. Oxygen. Nope, now 3rd and 15.
See around the field. They had a kind of a far back.
It doesn't look like 15 there.
Okay. 4 wide though. Able to complete 2 completions there at the last drive to score a touchdown. Looking to get one here. Take the rush. No. Spin away. It would almost been nice if you could have thrown it there, but
Just get
not able
rid
to
of
do
it.
it. Held on to it.
Smoley and Whack on the
Now -7
sack.
on another sack.
Oh, Dr.
That's
Seuss.
Smoley, and that's also Whack.
I read
on
my
the
son
tackle.
Green Eggs and Ham last night before bed. And then, you know, after I was done reading, I was kind of like rhyming different words. He's like, oh. And he's like, Dad, I don't like that. I'm like, we just read a whole book about, all of them rhyme. He's like,
I
it's
don't
like that book is due back tomorrow, not today. So I started rhyming everything today.
Uh-huh.
He was not impressed.
Lamar is in the punt for the
You were
Rams.
impressed, though.
I was. Days.
Oh, you got to give him room there.
I think they did. A punt from the 36.
Fair catch by
A good way to start it.
And Ellet will take over
Just the
1st and 10.
Jailhouse break blitz there by Ellet.
Their own 38-yard
Winning the
line.
battle up front, and firing an extra linebacker or whatever they did schematically. They got pressure when they needed it, and a nice hold by them. They'll try to add to their 1-score lead. I think poems have to rhyme, or they're not really a poem. That's me.
Yeah, there's like the
An educator, right?
Carter, he got this this rhyming book that had the snap goes over his head, flag down also. It would be a big loss of 15 depending on what this flag is.
He recovers.
Better hope
There's
it's
a
not
flag on the
encroachment.
play.
I don't know, he's just waving his arms around. Oh, I think a warning to the
Sideline
sideline. Hey, get off the white. I don't think they can stand on the white, I think. No, they're not supposed to be on the field.
But just a warning.
So that stands. So the other bad play happens, and they lose 11 yards on the pitch over his head.
That snap had a lot of heat on it.
Yeah.
They haven't gone from the shotgun a lot, so,
2nd down.
but they are now. Loss of 10 on the play.
He's listed on our center. Brandon McCullough? I can't say that.
That was a good snap,
We'll roll right.
but better
Back to the
defense.
ball carrier.
Another loss of 3.
Flipped up.
Becton slipped there, but nothing doing. Good fill by number 3, Lamont Evans, coming up from that corner slot again to make another nice play.
Who's our center, Joe?
I think you said 51.
51.
Isaiah Bostic.
Yeah, I had number 61. Bostic on the snap.
You aren't the closest to the action here.
Well, you have the binoculars.
Yes, I do. I stole them. I'm much older, so.
Again, binoculars coming out of the magical bag.
Yes.
Becton, the ball carrier.
I've watched zero birds with those binoculars, but they get used every Friday night that we're here, especially at this venue. You don't need it as much at Ellet. It's nice. It's nice sometimes if you want to kind of see a little closer into the huddle what's going on.
Well, on that 3rd and a country mile call, they just played it conservative and ran the ball, and they're going to punt it back to Garfield. So nice job.
Lots of time to kick this one away. Big kicks, then a hit at the 34. He catches it on the fly, makes 2 great moves, and finally gets caught up, returns it to the 42-yard line. Does Calvin Dudley. I was surprised he didn't down it or fair catch it.
Dudley is a natural returner. He can make that initial guy miss. Both punts and kickoffs, we've seen him run the football well and fairly well, but really good in the open field on the special teams game.
So you look at some of the possessions that we've had so far. These 2 ones for both teams really sputtered compared to ones that they had even starting the game. They were able to move the ball pretty well, you know, a good 30 to 40 yards before they would have to either they turn it over on downs. But this one, you know, the adjustments in the second half have certainly made a much bigger impact as both teams having to punt on their first possession. Oh, that draw play took way too much time.
Yeah, and they're just coming. They're not respecting the fact that they're gonna throw the football, so they're just sending guys. Tariq Williamson again for negative yardage. Just nowhere to go there on that play. Loss of 1 for Dudley. And that's the key. We didn't see a lot of negative plays in the first half. A few, but the bad snap for the Orangemen with the sack. Negative plays putting these offensives in bad position so far to start the second half.
This time going left side, a little faster, gets around the corner, and he'll have the 11 yards, and he will get the first down.
Pittman on the tackle.
No signal.
He ran past the pylon.
And that's good for the first down.
Straight line.
Down to the 48-yard line of Ellet.
First down. Good run by.
Oh, a little misdirection there.
I like it.
And they get 4 yards on the carry.
Calvin Dudley. Down
Dudley on the carry.
45-yard line for second down and 7.
Dudley workhorsing in here. That's already his 13th carry in the ball game. Got him for 80 yards now on those 13 carries.
Brings motion, hands the ball off, cuts back inside. Met gets a little extra help, and he'll gain 4 on that.
Good choice there
by Walker. No, sorry.
Grandison.
Yep.
Good choice by Grandison. If he would have went outside, that could have been the home run, but could have been a much bigger loss. He ducks it up and gets those 4 or 5 yards to make it a manageable 3rd and 3 now. Big play coming up here at the 5:30 mark in the 3rd quarter.
And the offensive coordinator for Kenmore-Garfield is on the field, and he's already got a warning.
He's saying, let's go. I don't think he's the one that got the warning.
They're looking over at him. He finally comes back off.
I mean, if you're not in the play, you're not yelling at the ref. Unless it's a point of emphasis. That play looked like it was snuffed out.
He made something. I think he's going to get the first down on this.
He drug a couple defenders. Did right. And he gets the first down. So Garfield in business here. And at one point it looked like it was going to be another drubbing of Garfield. They got down to Kenmore-Garfield. They get down 2 scores. And that drive where they got points on the board right at the end of the first half had to give this team some confidence and some new life here. And they have the ball in good field position once again.
Well, I really think when you know I watched the press conference for media day for the City Series, you know, a lot of these teams, I feel like, you know, they know that their out of conference schedule it's going to be tough.
Right.
And some of them schedule that way and some of them don't, and but they know that these City Series games is when the talent level kind of evens off a little bit.
Yeah.
And you've had a lot of transition. You have 3 new head coaches in the conference. You have 2 schools that combine that should help them in that way. You know, as much as Ellet is running similar, you know, schemes and offense that Coach Yost did, they also had a lot of guys that left the school that you know that just have a lot of up and coming players. They don't have those signature players that were there for all 4 years. Those guys have all kind of, you know, gone and left the program. So they're young. There are a lot of different faces, both coaching wise and player wise, as we have a flag down. It would have been a great run.
Face mask.
So
we thought it was going to be a hold because it was in that area.
So the run's going to stand, and that run's going to be a 14-yard run, and that was by
Dudley.
7-yard line.
And then we'll have the penalty on top of that. So that looks like it's going to be
Half the distance, maybe, penalty? Or was it a 5-yarder?
It's more than 5 because
Yeah,
he got to
half
the
the
21-yard line. So I think it was going to be a 15, but they went.
Make it an 11-yard penalty.
Yeah.
First and
That's what
goal,
I'm gonna go with.
8-yard line.
Under 4 minutes here in the third quarter.
Wow, first and goal now.
I think this is kind of trouble for them because they had a tough time getting in the end zone before, and now it's third and goal, but you're at the 8-yard line, not at the 2. Comes out, no problem there. Tucks it and runs for a touchdown, gets 6 points up on the board, and he made it look easy. Went back to pass, wasn't anything that he had there, tucked it and ran and into the end zone.
There was a rush, but it was only one guy, and a good athlete, you know, good guy can get rid of one, and he made the move on the one, and then it was wide open. The blockers didn't pick them all up, but they held their blocks nice on that backside, created just a little running crease for right, and a big score to potentially cut the lead to 1, potentially tie it here with the extra point.
Well, and we talked about the pressure coming from the corners that the Orangemen had, that they were kind of over pursuing, and you saw it even right there.
No good though.
And they make it count there, but
3 minutes and 36 seconds.
you know,
left in the third quarter. Ellet 14.
what they did is they're coming so fast around the corners. He kind of stepped up into the pocket and had space to run right up the gut, and it was right there for the touchdown. A great read for him of what that defense was giving him and making it count. It gets the points up. Doesn't get the extra point, so it's going to stay the lead with the Ellet Orangemen 14, the Kenmore-Garfield 13 here in the third quarter with 3:36 left.
And we'll see if that extra point looms, how large that looms. But that was Kamara on the attempt as he hooked it left. But they cut it to 1, and after trailing by 14, they got to feel good about things right now. It's obviously it's going to take another score to do it. And we got a lot more football left, but now pressure on Ellet here to you know, get something going.
Side note, I did not know Charlie Fry was retired into the. I know Jason Taylor was, obviously.
Tomorrow's Jason Taylor Day here.
Yeah, it is Jason Taylor Day here, but I didn't know Charlie Fry was inducted already. I would have worn my Browns Fry jersey.
He was a good one here.
That was during my time here at the university.
Fry.
Mm-hmm.
I was here with Taylor.
2 years. Interviewed him in the locker rooms for WZIP.
Still around.
ZTV. Just started my first year here.
Still around.
Yeah, they've won more awards than I have.
And Walker
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, I won one.
They've won more than that.
Yeah. No, they're a great program now.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to go outside and make them go out there. Doesn't really gain any yards. Maybe a yard or two. No, I think 2 years after I left, they won two 2 local Emmys, and then they won 2 after that. And
That's
they
awesome.
were consistently winning, local and
We'll
student
have a first and 10.
awards. I'm not sure. I know the mentor that I had there, Phil Hoffman, he left I think 2 years ago.
I met him. I had a chance to meet him.
Great
Very
guy.
enthusiastic and really believed in what he did.
Now he's at PBS in Orlando.
Oh.
So, but it's interesting, seeing guys from your class, especially now in this age, where everybody's at and what they're doing. And certainly the guys that are the talent, the cream of the crop that were here, have made their way into the professional realm. One is a meteorologist in Charlotte. Rapping weatherman's down there. And then Jeremiah is he's on the Jeremiah and Jeff show in Cleveland now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He was there when I was there. Great radio DJ even in college. Just that quirky, creative person that just can get anybody to warm up to him. Looking to keep it here.
2nd and 10, I'll tell you what, and it might be because his defense hasn't been on the field that much, but they are winning the battle, Kenmore-Garfield, right now at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long here for the Orangemen after only a gain of 3 for Pittman.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd down. And
yeah, like Kenmore-Garfield just getting off the ball a little bit better right now than the Orangemen.
And it's so odd because you have, what we felt up here kind of, they looked tired, came out at the end of the 2nd quarter, kind of, had that energy again. Now come here, now they have more energy coming out. You can see a nice push from them. They're getting into the backfield here. He rolls out, has a man there in a screen pass, cannot get it completed though.
Pass was intended for Jonah Carter.
Carter's second target today. Pittman now 2 for 4 in passing.
Floyd on the tackle.
3 and out for the Orangemen, Dave. And there, I mean, that one hit his hands. That wasn't a great throw by any means, but
I really thought he was going to, kind of tuck it and run because that's what he had done in the past. And I thought he kind of put a little too much on it as they punt this one away. Great kick. It's going to keep rolling. The ball has rolled 15 yards and will finally be touchdown at the 12-yard line.
And there's a school of thought on that you need to put a lot of times 2 guys back to kind of negate that play. There's no lanes to kick that kind of a little bit of a rugby style. He didn't run out as much, but soccer style kick, and he used the turf there, got a really good bounce. Huge punt, a big special teams play for the Orangemen. You're adding up how far that was, aren't you?
52-yard punt.
It's huge. Puts them back with their worst field position of the night.
I wish I had a stat person. That would be it's so much easier.
Nah, dude, it's good for our minds.
Yeah,
keeps it sharp.
I think it's actually 55.
Agree to disagree with yourself.
It's between 52 and 55, guys.
50-something.
It's over a 50-yard.
It's a boomer.
It's a great kick, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
And now you've seen a team that's had problems, getting holding penalties. A holding penalty put them on the end zone line. We don't want any of those. And they're going to keep on a little tuck and run to get more space and gain 5 yards on the carry.
Nice safe play.
Right.
Keep it in your quarterback's hands.
Keeper brought down by Matt Smoley. Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. 17-yard line.
We'll give right 5 on the carry.
Second and 5 now as they take over, and a lot of speed coming through the line. Only gets 2 yards as he's met right after he gets through that line of scrimmage. On the tackle, Deron Miller.
Darren Williams, no, he's not back.
Credited with the tackle.
Calf, no.
It could be It could be.
Gosh,
How
we
would
haven't
you
even
say
talked
that?
about the Cavs
How would you
trade
say
yet.
that? How would you say that?
Darren.
Darren?
Darren.
I said Durant.
It could be. I mean, it could be.
Could be. That's probably Darren. Who ran that? That was right.
Yeah. No, it was
Dudley.
Yep. Oh, nice delay there. That was a read. That was the read option there. And they give it to Dudley. Nice job on the read.
Yeah, 7 yards on the carry and a first down, more importantly, as we got 20 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Moving the chains.
Yeah, I think
They
they're
won't
gonna
run it again.
Yeah, they're going to let it run out here. So at the end of the third quarter, we get a little more scoring and so forth in here. And it makes it 14-13 as they're able to get it in here at the end of the third quarter here on APS 15. Our next game for you on the schedule next week will be Firestone versus North. So two different teams. You know, again, a new coach for the North Vikings. And again, looking to see how these teams come into this year, how they're going to play again as City Series games have begun. And their season kind of begins here for these teams. City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Department. Akron students have access to over 1,000 different apprenticeships and can earn national credentials and career education programs before they graduate from high school. For more information, visit apscareers.com. You guys still have the rest of our interview here for the Garfield Rams. So while we have the break here, we'll get the last two questions from Coach Boyd.
Coming into this game here, what is one thing you're trying to take away from your opposing team?
Man, you know, Ellet has so many, so it's hard to nail down one just because they're so well coached by Chuck over there. And, you know, they got a great tradition over there. So I think the one thing we're just trying to take away is always, I think, the run. And if we can do that, we feel like we can have some success. And I think, too, you know, offensively, man, we just want to stay on the field. We want to sustain some drives. That's important for us. I feel like when we do that, we can have a pretty successful night.
Perfect, thank you.
There you go.
So well said, and that is exactly what they're doing. And from late in the second quarter on to the third quarter.
Keep the ball here. Great cut back inside, and he'll gain 5 yards on the run by Wright.
Executing the game plan is what you would call that. Shortening the game, keeping the clock running, keeping your defense off the field. It protects your defense. And so far, partner, taking care of the football. No turnovers in the ball game for either team.
34-yard line.
I'm sorry, I just jinxed you guys. I know. The Dave Schick foul shot call. Here it comes.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for hosing us, guys. What we usually get. Motion coming. And that's going to be Grandinson in the backfield. Tries to get away. He's got his jersey. He's still going to get positive yards somehow. Spins around, and he got 2 yards out of it. Sets up third and short. I'm sorry, is it third and short or fourth and short?
No, it's third and about, third and a short 3. But how big of a 2-yard gain was that, partner? I mean, just,
I don't know.
3rd down and 2.
What are you doing over there? Are you experimenting?
Trying. Let me see if I can get in closer, but I can't really on my phone get that great of a.
You can have the binocs if you want.
Wow. Just testing.
Oh, that, you know what? Number 14 blew up that play. And boy, if he wasn't, that's Bordenkircher, and if he was not offsides, he was really close as he timed the snap. And he just did not give Dudley a chance to get going. Now it's going to be 4th down, and it's decision time here for the Rams, and I almost said Cardinals.
You knew it was coming. It's like when, you know, they had all this hoopla about people calling the Chargers from San Diego. It's like, guys, it's not like they've been gone.
Oh, they got
years.
him. They got him on 4th down to jump.
So the call there to jump off sides gives them the 5 yards they need for a first down.
And that's just,
it's good execution, good coaching.
right. It's the right call.
And it's something that I would love to be sitting next to Coach Yost right now, because it's something that his teams notoriously never did.
Well, he's probably saying, come on, guys, they're in their own 30-some yard line. That's, again,
Yeah.
that football. Are they really going to go for it in this situation? Well, it works. Big first down via the penalty. Garfield back in business here.
Looks to run to the right side, trying to get around the corner. He's ran the whole width of the field, and he continues going on, and he'll get a 13-yard gain. And he ran about 35 yards going from one hash mark to the other side.
And they haven't given Grandison the football much, but when they have, it's been effective.
Carter on the tackle.
I don't think that. Okay.
Ball is facing the 44-yard line of the Orangemen.
Give him 13 and back in Ellet territory. Kenmore-Garfield with the ball inside 9 minutes. They trail by 1.
Yeah, he's got each of his 4 carries has positive yards.
And that's their recipe for winning the ball game.
Move the tight end to the left, and they're going to run to the right. They do.
Oh, nice
Some
cut
space.
back.
Great blocking in front of him. And he dances, and even though he'll be back 4 yards, he's going to be there for a first down as Wright runs for 10 yards. And they have just got good play calling, but that was great blocking downfield as he was 5 yards out, and then 3 yards ahead of him, he had 2 blockers keeping guys away from him. We're at 8:39 here in the fourth quarter, and we were worried about being down 1 point here to the Orangemen, and they look like they're en route to get into the end zone. That's what they want.
Well, they got to finish.
Bring it back up.
And with that play, there's a lot of moving parts there. They're pulling like the backside to create that classic read option look, and it's either quarterback right keeping or he's giving it to his cohort number 1, as did on that play, Frazier, and they get another 5 yards, just positive yardage on first down.
I think the Orangemen are starting to get a little ticked off that they're coming down the field, making it look easy.
Well, Ellet's only run 6 plays in the second half so far. 2 3-and-outs.
Look to hand the ball off again. He goes forward. He'll have a first down, so he gains 5. Well, that spot looks
I was
short.
gonna say, not with that spot.
That's a bad spot. Wow, he came back half a yard to get there.
Also had the knee down, I guess.
25-yard line.
3rd and short now. So again,
Yeah,
Dudley in the
not even
backfield.
close enough to measure. That's a whole yard.
I think they had to Grandison, they do. And I could get 2 more. I'll hit
Nah,
out.
I'm good.
That 4 is good enough. That's a first down.
Yeah, I got what I needed.
Grandison carrying for the
First down now. 1st and 10 from the 22.
Darren Miller knocked it out of bounds.
And again, momentum, that getting that ball in the end zone, and they only got in by about, a second effort by right there on that 4th down. How different this game may look right now if they wouldn't have scored there at the end of the first half. They snuffed that one out.
No doubt on that one. They're going to lose a yard.
Tackled by Payne Gable and
Dudley.
Matt Smoley getting in there.
Brought down by Smoley.
Loss of 2 for Dudley.
Brings up 2nd and
And
12.
this is where it's getting interesting here. It's
25-yard line.
the way this game's going, it's getting late already. 6:20 left.
Using up a lot of time.
Yep. Which is great if you can finish the drive and score.
Well, I think the kicking unit, a field goal isn't an option, so we're in 4-down territory. He fakes the handoff. Great hesitation that time. And he'll get about 5 on the carry. And you can see they're starting to get that run game going.
Yep.
Dudley has 19 carries, and Wright has 18 carries.
John Varney and it was Varney and Corleone Williams. They're just kind of getting out on that play ahead, and not getting big pancake blocks, but just getting enough space for Wright and Dudley to be able to operate. Nice patient runs by Wright. Big 3rd down play though here.
Yeah, 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. As they try to get Grandison, he's on the left side. Oh, now he's going backwards. That's not good. And it's going to be a big loss of 14 yards.
Well,
I think they're going to be kind.
Give him a little forward progress.
Yeah.
It's still going to be 10 though.
Page Gable on the tackle for the loss.
And that play was blown up by penetration. Sorry, by penetration of Christian Wack, and he's made about 4 huge plays now defensively.
Well, to me, we've seen that play 3 times already in this drive, and it kind of snuffed out when he came in motion that he was going to be getting the ball, and you had to kind of be a little more creative now. The field's gotten shorter, and because of this long drive, they're starting to snuff out the plays.
4th down, and do you go to Hale here on the far side?
And we're going to have a timeout.
I don't know if I want to take a timeout. You might need that.
Timeout.
But
Kenmore-Garfield.
more importantly, you got to find a way to try to convert here on a big 4th and 16. Garfield takes time. They'll have 2 timeouts left. They've dominated the second half time of possession wise, but they still trail by 1 here inside 5 minutes.
City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering enrollment which allows Akron students to transfer to other Akron schools for specialized studies. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. You know what I can't find though?
Yeah, I do.
Oh!
That I do, partner.
Where is it?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know.
It's 'tis the season.
I don't think I have it.
Front Street.
Yeah.
Do you need it? Come on.
2202 Front Street. Flurry's Cafe. Oh, it's our favorite place. They'll have our Flurry's Cafe player of the game. Our signature pancake.
Oh, I thought you were going like signature more. I thought you just
Signature pancake
you're
player
going
of
out
the
and
game.
getting your own sponsors. That a boy.
You know who else could use a signature pancake? You and I could use one. Just saying it.
Well, I had a great breakfast today at a conference.
I had
Kent, I'm gonna give credit on enemy territory. I was at Kent Stark's campus today, and they had a really good buffet breakfast.
4th down though. Let's get back
Big
to
4th
football.
and 16, yeah.
It's huge. You know that they're going to be passing. He's going to move Dudley over to the left side for more protection. Has some time. He's going to break out, and that's going to be the end of it there. And the Orangemen are pumped on the sidelines because they have converted and got it out of there.
Well, they've been on the field a ton, but they just hit maybe the biggest play of the game. They bent, but they did not break.
So now they take over with 4:46.
Ellet will take over
And
on
more importantly, not a lot of timeouts on the other end. They only have 2 left by Kenmore.
31-yard line.
Garfield. So they've got to get some stops here in the 4th quarter. A big turnover for them. They could use a turnover on the other end in a short field, but I think we're going to have a pretty conservative play call here for the Orangemen. The linebackers slow to get up to the line of scrimmage. Quick snap. They run it right up the center, and they'll have a gain of 4 right like that.
And that was just to read, hey, if they're split and they don't have somebody over the nose guard, take it up and give us, you'll take 4 yards every down because it's going to be time off the clock plus positive yardage. You get 4, 4, and 4. Guess what? You move the chains, and with only 2 timeouts left.
I'm surprised they aren't taking a timeout here.
Not yet. Still too early, but they're not a quick play offense either.
Yeah, if they get a first down, though, it's essentially over, you could say also.
He might sneak it again.
I think he is. They're split out wide over the center. And he does. He only gets, yeah, he still gets 3, almost 4 on that.
Good push. And that's very conservative and very smart.
See, you end up giving up a first down potentially, and then starting to take your 2 timeouts.
If you don't stop them here, you got to use them, and you're going to hope to get the ball back with. Granted, we haven't had a delay game called this entire game. I'm not trying to jinx you guys.
And they're going to run it right up the center again.
Why wouldn't you?
You're going to get a first down. You're not even having pressure there.
Oh, big
pressure.
Now do you timeout?
I would timeout now. I don't know why they're not signaling. Clock is continuing to run.
They're going to keep them. It's kind of a tough decision.
I could see now with that big push there. Really, I thought they were going right up the center. They were going to have it. That went to what, Becton?
Yeah. And it was blown up by penetration. They should have snuck it, I think.
He lost a yard on it. I'm surprised that Ellet also not taking the timeout. They want the clock to run under 2:45 here in the 4th quarter. And they will. Now we're going to take a timeout?
You just cost yourself easily 25 seconds.
Why? He was about ready to snap the ball. I could see if you were going to get a penalty.
Maybe he didn't like the line. Yeah, because it's 4th and 2. Maybe he was worried about he saw somebody or substitution, maybe infraction about to happen. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, our next game here on APS 15 going to be Firestone versus North. Should be another great game. At the end of tonight's game, we'll have our Fleury's Cafe player of the game. Fleury's Cafe at 2202 Front Street in Cuyahoga Falls. Fantastic place for breakfast Monday through Saturday. We like our probably have some pumpkin spice pancakes right now, but certainly they have a fantastic signature pancake, and that's where we get our signature player of the game from Fleury's Cafe. We thank them for paying us nothing but being a great place that we can talk about.
And player of the game is yet to be decided, I think, because
it's all. Oh, he squibbed it a little bit because he had pressure there. He got him, and that's going to be a 12-yard punt.
Yeah, kind of came off the side of the foot.
Well, they allowed, and I don't know who it was that came through the line, but if he had gone full force, he might have blocked it. But the punter saw him, and it took him off his gates a little bit, and he didn't get a good job of getting it on his foot to kick it away.
So now 2:38, and it's 4-down territory time. There's no doubt about it.
But the problem is how fast can you get it going, because your offense takes a long time. But they have had success throwing at the end of the 2nd quarter. They completed 2 for 12 yards and 9 yards. Now you need a lot more
coverage out there and all that space. I mean, it would be a good time to throw it. Or do that, because it's a big gainer. Oh, it's coming back with a hold.
And it's tough because he got out of bounds. So you would have had a first down out of bounds. Clock stop. Now we got to hold. We got to move back into your own side of the field.
That ball, that's a big.
You gotta know.
And very well the hold could be what would spark the big gain, but that's a big call. It's going to be like 1st and 18 now. The good news is they can get their play called and get it running here as the clock's still not running. Take them on the other side of the 50. About 1st and 18. And now what do you do? Well, we'll see here.
I hope they don't do the same play, because they seem like they have it snuffed out again. Running up the middle. And nice job. They got 10.
Got it back and then some, yeah. Good burst there by Dudley.
Calvin Dudley,
His
the ball
20th carry.
Up to the
Sure it wasn't
45-yard
Frazier.
line. Darren Miller on the tackle. 2nd and 9.
Okay. 2 minutes now here in the 4th quarter. Ball's at the 45-yard line. Got a ways to go. Oh, he's still going. Look at him pump his legs and his arms still. Got him an extra 2
Great
yards.
effort.
He's going to get 6 on the
You got to
carry.
go kind of fast here, but you got to get a first down. You got to get a first down. You don't necessarily. They're not rushing yet. Boy,
You can't take a timeout here.
not yet. You got to get the first down first.
All stays
But
down.
you don't want to take too long. They don't get a first down here.
39-yard line.
Captain Obvious says he's in trouble. Same play? Or you fake it?
I
and
think
let the
they're running
quarterback
right.
run?
I think they're running right this time.
Good call.
And he looks short of the first down.
You know why? Because number 18, Christian Wack, who all he needs to do is make one more play here to seal up player of the game for me. Another big stop. And it all comes down to this. And now you got to take a timeout here.
Oh, he had an injury.
Nope.
He's going to take the timeout also.
So the quarterback right tried to get there, but just a good fill by Wack. And now it all comes down to this.
A little too predictable on the offense. They've had twice now in that 3rd down situation where they haven't done anything different. They haven't.
Great time for play action.
Yeah, that's what I was exactly where I was going. They had 2 great passing plays. Haven't seen any here now. I know they haven't been overly successful, but especially in that 3rd down situation where they're expecting you to run right. They've run right. They've run a play in that sequence twice. Is to come out with something new to try and really offset it, because really that would have been a great time to get a passing play in.
Yep.
Because you still need so many more yards. You're on the 45-yard line. Maybe you get 10 or 15 yards.
Right.
And you really catch them off balance. It would have been a great time. Now you're at a short yardage situation. You're probably going to be running it again. I would expect them to go right up the center again. Actually, from looking at their formation, I think they're going to have Grandinson run up in motion and take the snap.
First contact, they had him, but he churns and he gets the first down. And I'm going to tell you, it was really close to an illegal motion.
Yeah, I was going to say
on Frazier. He kind of jumped that just a tad, but they haven't been too picky with that, and they let it go. Big second effort by Dudley to move the chains once again.
And now he's trying to get this offense to kind of speed up a little bit. They're coming out of the huddle a little slow now at 45 seconds.
You're going to have to throw it now.
They still have 1 timeout. And the offensive coordinator's going ballistic. They haven't called the play yet. He gets in there, going to get 2 yards. That took 15 seconds.
I don't think they have a timeout. Oh, they do. They do have 1 left. Yep. Got to use it now.
Anthony Wright.
And I think he's going to come in. He almost got in trouble again for running on the field. He's trying to get him to get the pace up a little bit. Hey, guys, we only have 45 seconds. So if you take 10 seconds to come out and set before we can say hike, we're wasting that time. It's too slow.
With Dudley with that last carry, he's got 123 yards on the day. Been a workhorse, 23 carries. I'm out of space on my sheet for him, but we'll keep going. 21 carries for Wright, so you know pretty well where it's going. Wright with not as much yardage, but he's got the 2 scores.
You're just so far away. I mean, it would have to be a broken play. They haven't had a lot of plays that would get you 30-plus yards, even 20-plus yards. They've only had, one was a broken punt, which we certainly couldn't count on. And Dudley's had 1 play that of the 20-yard variety. Really only 4 plays over 10 yards.
They've done everything that they have to do to win this game except not convert the extra point, and like you said, they haven't hit a big play of over 20 yards. And at this point, they have to get a first down on this play at least to stop the clock.
And I think you have to get a passing play in, because even if it's an incomplete, it stops the clock.
If you run, you've got to move the chains.
And I don't think you can do it here. Setting up now, 32 seconds, looking to pass over the top. Single coverage is there. He falls. We have a flag down.
Where's the flag at?
It's down near the line of scrimmage.
Probably a hold.
It's in the holding area. There was no flag when the flag was thrown.
I think in this case you take them back.
Absolutely.
3rd and 8 or 2nd and 18.
Well, you already saw they wanted to pass. If he had caught it, he would have been at the 15-yard line.
And I think if I'm Garfield, I think I want it to move back because I got 2 chances to get my 18 yards. You're going to essentially have to run that same play. Yeah, just it looked like Hale's legs. You got single coverage out there, which I think I might want to put double coverage out there.
I would like to see not a fade route though. I would like to see something inside, a slant inside.
An easier throw. Straight up the seam.
That's a hard one.
Look, you got him. They're giving up the post.
Yeah.
There's no safety help there.
Just something across the middle seems, or roll him out.
Oh, it's open, dude. The post is open too. Oh, but he throws it the other way and it's picked. And guess who gets the pick? Christian Wack.
Interception on his 7th attempt, and with 21 seconds left, the Orangemen have secured their first victory here in the City Series schedule for their season. 14-13, they lead this one, and they get the ball back on offense. And exactly what we had mentioned, going across the center, but did not see the linebacker.
The other way, man, was open, and I mean, with a good route, he had a lot of field to work with the other way. Just a great drop and play by Wack, and Ellet survives today. Kenmore-Garfield gives them their best shot, man. They just couldn't quite convert and ran out of time. Ellet only their 8th offensive play of the entire second half, but they survived this one by making the big defensive play down the stretch.
Yeah, as we look at the game and how we came to this score as the teams line up, you know, our first score came into in the second quarter when Ellet was able to get a 1-yard touchdown run. I'm sorry, a 4-yard touchdown run by Becton. They were the first one to get that on to make it a 7-0 lead with 2:50 in the second quarter. And then they got their second one. I'm sorry, that's not 2:50. 7:50 in the second quarter. Can't read my own sloppy handwriting. My apologies. Off the 65-yard drive. They got their second touchdown also in the second quarter with 3:27 left. A 59-yard drive. And Walker was able to get that touchdown run from 4 yards out to make it 14-0. It seemed like it was certainly going all Ellet, but at the end of the first half, the Kenmore-Garfield Rams were able to get a 1-yard touchdown run from right with 3 seconds left in the second quarter to make it 14-7 at halftime. Third quarter, both teams kind of sputtered on their first possession, but that second possession with the Rams, they were able to march down the field and be able to get a very nice 8-yard run from right to make it 13-14. Unfortunately, though, their kicker, Kamara Bengali, he was not able to get that extra point in, so that's the score that you see here. Made a nice drive there, but ended up coming up short, not being able to convert on that one. But certainly a great effort. Played a lot better, I think, in the second half than they did in the first half, but the Orangemen come away with the win.
Nice win for the Orangemen, and kind of holding on for their first City Series win is Kenmore-Garfield dominates the time of possession, but can't get it into the end zone that one more time. Nice job by Dudley as he finishes with 123 yards and 23 carries. Anthony Wright for Garfield with the 2 touchdowns. For the Orangemen, we mentioned all their damage done in the first half. In the second half, the damage was done by the defense, and your player of the game tonight sealed it there right at the end with the interception. Had a lot of other big plays and tackles, but Christian Wack with that pick sealing the victory for the Orangemen. Congratulations to him and the Ellet Orangemen, who go 1-0 in City Series play.
I want to thank all of those that helped make this possible, certainly the administrators, the teachers, and the students here, student athletes that are out here. Also want to thank our staff, Jim Morgan, our engineer, Ryan Dumont, our producer, from Peter George, our man, that has disappeared from our visual, but is still helping you get the visuals of tonight's pitcher. And from Joe Pacansky and Dave Schick, we want to thank you for watching and wish you a good night.